Leaving behind my minor life for grander maybes. This quote by John Green ran through my mind when I left my hometown of Cliffside, North Carolina, to pursue a degree in agricultural science. My name is Chasity Smith, and I'm going to tell you how I ended up in the city of Oaks and how my mom and papa would play a major part in that decision. I want you to look back into your childhood and think about your heroes. It could be your mom, your dad, or Barney. For me, it was my papa. I grew up spending almost every weekend at my grandparents' house. In fact, it's what I look forward to each week. I could just imagine waking up on Saturday morning to the smell of bacon and pancakes flowing through the house. My older sister and I would jump out of bed to rush to the one chair we thought was the best seat at the table because it was by the window and the heater was right there. But I'm not here to tell you about those mornings. I want to talk to you about what I learned those weekends there. I did not know then that my grandfather was suffering from cirrhosis of the liver and that it affected 31,000 people a year. I just knew I was learning more than my tiny 5-year-old brain could handle. I learned about circumference, I learned about history, I learned about poetry. Any and everything he thought I needed to know, he taught me. I was 2 weeks short of my 11th birthday when he passed away. Of course it took its toll on me because I had lost a hero in my life. Today, I know just what he was trying to tell me over a decade ago. He was trying to instill in me the importance of my education, how I needed to take it seriously because that's what was going to get me where I wanted to be in life. It would bring me opportunities I would never foresee for myself, but I needed to push myself to get there. If I could tell him one thing now, it would be thank you. Thank you for taking the time to teach me things I thought were stupid at the time, and I'm sorry I didn't take them seriously. His lessons on education pushed me to graduate at the top of my high school class, and it pushed me even harder to get into state, even when I didn't get in the first time. Moving on to my biggest influence today, my mom. Growing up, I came from a single family income, and it still remains that way today. My mom has been the stronghold of our family. During what we called the Great Recession, over 8 million people lost their jobs. My mom was one of those people, and I'm sure it affected one of you or someone you know. Like most families in America, we lost our home. My mom searched everywhere for a job with no luck. Then she was given the opportunity to work for a power plant. It was not the ideal job, and it was hard work for a little 5'3" woman, but she knew she had to do it for my sister and my sake. I remember that first week pretty vividly. In fact, she had become dehydrated from the heat and not getting enough fluids throughout the day. I could not help but feel guilty because I felt like it was my fault she had to go through that. Today, she still does. She now works at a nuclear power plant out of state because she began that job when both my oldest sister and I were in college. You might be asking yourself, what did you learn from her? I would tell you sacrifice. Sometimes you have to give up luxuries in life to benefit others, especially when it benefits the ones you love. It was hard leaving home because I knew my mom would not get the same help from others that she would if I was there, but I did. I had to sacrifice the comfort of my home to pursue a degree because she told us she never wanted her kids to work as hard as she had to. It was because of her sacrifices that led me here. I may never be able to repay her for what she's done for me, but I know once I graduate, I'm going to work hard to give her the home she deserves. Today, you learned something about me that I do not share with most people. In fact, I did not share it with my boyfriend until we had been dating for almost 2 years. Nonetheless, you learned how my papa taught me the value of my education and how my mama taught me about sacrifice. Without these two people, I would not be the person I am today. I am not here to tell you to hug those you love closest to you, but to pay attention to what they teach you. Thank you.